Should we begin logistically or emotionally?
You're
Wherever
the
you would like
professional.
to start.
Okay, when are we getting married? What's the date?
We are going to get married, but I think we just like want to exist as outside the Bachelor Nation eye and just be like a couple together. Like go to dinner together. We've never been to a restaurant together. So there are things like we need to just do before we plan a wedding. I just am not dying to plan a wedding yet.
And is there a little fight or flight? Like, just all there needs to be a quiet moment, right? Your lives together, while you feel a tremendous connection, it hasn't been like, or has it? Tuesday night, take out the trash.
We've had a little bit of that with the happy couples.
Yeah. So
We've had 5 of those.
yeah. So Bachelor, gives you time to spend together after the show finishes taping. They give you these happy couple houses. So we've actually had 5 of them where you spend 4 or 5 days together, and you're kind of holed up in the house. You're not allowed to leave. You're not allowed to. You kind of sneak in, sneak out.
What do they pick? Random cities like Kansas City or
So
something?
it's all L.A.
They're all L.A.
All L.A.
Yeah,
and very nice homes.
And you arrive in like tinted vans and
Yeah,
stuff?
pretty much.
Absolutely,
Yeah. And separately. Yeah, and then they take us away separately. But it's
I
a
can't
great
even go to
time.
the
It's an
door.
important time.
I'm sorry. I can't go to the door. I can't take the trash out.
No,
I
he's
can't
not
do
allowed to-
anything.
Yeah, like it's logical that I'd be in LA, but it wouldn't necessarily be logical that he would be here unless he was the final, the last person standing. So, we sneak into these houses and we sneak out a couple days later, and we get to spend really good time together. So we kind of had that time where we're together a lot, but we haven't had any public time together. We haven't like met each other's friends hardly, and we haven't, like I said, gone out to dinner. Last night was the first time we've been in a car together. So we have all these other little things we need to explore, and we just want to have fun doing that for a little while before we start planning a wedding.
Can you believe where your lives have led you? I mean, this is mind-blowing,
It
right?
is, yeah.
I mean, your daughters get you to sign up. Yeah. You reluctantly did the same thing on a different season, ended up here. Mm-hmm. I mean, have you made sense of it? Is it divine intervention, guidance?
That's the only logical
it's gotta be,
explanation.
right?
Yeah.
Like how would this man from Kansas and this girl from Maryland ever meet? Like in no world would that ever happened. I would have never, when I was on the Golden Bachelor afterwards, I got a lot of DMs from men all over the place saying, I'd love to meet you, and I was like, yeah, I don't think I want to do that. That sounds hard, and I don't know you, and it maybe even maybe not even safe. But so I would have never probably had a conversation with him unless we ended up on the show together.
All right, logisticals again. When are we moving to New York? Are we buying an apartment?
We are actually taking the red eye tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
So right to New York.
Right to New York. And then we've got dinner with friends for the next 4 days. 4 evenings.
Hers or
there.
yours?
Both.
Both some Bachelor
yeah.
friends.
So it's a getting to know you group.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and we're both very social. We just love doing this.
His kids were going to be there with us, so his son and daughter are flying in and to spend a couple of days with us in New York. And then I made plans with some Bachelor people. So there's a lot of people that get this journey that we've been through, so it's fun to be with them because it's just easier a little bit. And so Charity and Dotton live in New York City, and so does Serena and Joe, and all Bachelor names when people are listening. And we're going out to dinner, the 6 of us on Monday night together.
And then we have an appointment with a realtor on
Yeah,
Monday.
on Monday morning.
And are we thinking a little Tribeca sexy, Soho, Upper West, Upper East? Do we have any feel?
Billy, what would you recommend? You're from there.
I think a little like West Village, if you can.
That's
That's
kind
exactly
of what
what we
we're thinking.
want.
That's
You know what I
we're
mean?
thinking.
Great little
Yeah.
restaurants, chic little neighborhood.
Easy walking, go
Yeah.
out. There's already hubbub kind of around you. Like we live in, he lives certainly in a really quiet area. He's from Kansas, and I'm from DC, but I live in the suburbs, so we're ready to live city life a little bit.
Okay. Joan, it seemed to me like the hardest thing for you, Joan, was being able to carry the torch for your ex John while loving Chock at the same time. Mm-hmm. And you found the balance, and that was the key to accepting him. Is that?
Yeah, it was like the key to me ever having love again in my life. I had this idea that I had to let go of John and not love him, not have him in my heart anymore to move on. Like it wouldn't be fair to the person that I'm, falling in love with to still have John kind of lurking in the wings. But it's impossible. I discovered during this that it could never happen. And I talked to the show's psychiatrist and I said, I don't know how I can do this. And they're like, why do you think you need to do that? Of course he's part of your life. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I had this notion. It was just my own stupid thoughts that I had to do that. And once I learned I could still love John and I still have room in my heart for somebody else, I finally was able to let it in, let it happen.
Did that make sense to you, Chuck?
Absolutely.
Right, similar place for you though.
Very much so.
Right.
And both of us are close with our in-laws. And yesterday at the final episode, Kathy's father was there, brother, stepmother, and a big part of my life.
And my mother was there.
Mine. That's special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Kathy and John are right. I mean,
Yeah, they're up there watching.
they're okay with
it.
it. I feel that they're okay.
I feel that they're okay
Absolutely.
too.
They actually each told us, when they were, kind of on the verge of passing, that they both said, you need to go find love. You need to live a life. You're still young. And so we kind of had their blessing before they ever left. So I'm not sure if I could have done this without knowing that John wanted me to. And I think you feel the same way about Kathy, that, they were our loves, they were the love of our lives. And to move on is hard, and certainly to move on without their blessing would have been, maybe impossible.
Amazing. Any nicknames for each other? Have we gotten there?
She calls me Big Guy.
Big Guy.
Yeah.
Appropriately so, Big Guy.
And I call her Honey. I call her Honey.
Honey and Big Guy. Here
Honey
they
and Big
come.
Guy. We sound like really old people, don't
And
we,
then
when you say that?
Her grandmother nickname is JoJo.
Yeah.
JoJo.
My grandchildren
that's
call me
cute.
JoJo. Yeah.
Are we going to do a network wedding? Are we open to it? I mean,
So yeah,
they've worked and not worked, but
yeah,
they have worked.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, look at Tristan and Ryan, first network,
Yeah.
big bachelor wedding. So I originally thought that I wanted something intimate. I've done a big wedding before. I don't need to do that again. I wanted to be just felt
Intimate's gone, Joan.
It's done.
You belong to America.
I know.
You belong to America.
I
both
moved
of
that a
you.
long time ago. I thought maybe just family and friends, something smaller. But I feel like that at this point, everybody who's kind of invested in this journey and watched the show kind of deserves like that. They kind of got the epic ending at the end that we got engaged, and people love to see that. And we certainly didn't do it for them; we did it for us. But I feel a little bit like they deserve to see like the beginning of chapter 2, like us getting married, and it's just like kind of a great ending to the story, that it actually really does work, and that this journey that they saw really ended up in the what they had hoped for us.
Any, I don't know, quirks or habits that you've noticed in the other that you don't love?
Well, I know what hers is for me.
What is it?
Is I like a lot of couch time. If I'm not moving, I'm laying down. And
The big guy, has got the knees.
Sleeping,
He's got the whole
I
thing.
know, bad hips or whatever. Yeah, he keeps falling asleep. I'm like, am I boring?
I
He
actually
needs
did
time
that
in the paddock.
at the Bachelor Mansion. If we weren't doing anything, I was just going to lay down and take a nap.
Yeah, he's a big napper. But the good thing I learned about him is he doesn't snore. So he's napping, but
Wow.
like so many guys on the show, which became like a very funny thing for everybody to watch, how all the guys snored. Even the ones that said they didn't, they would catch them. Like
You
saw
never
some
know.
footage.
Snorers don't know.
You're
Just
sleeping while
deny
you're
it.
doing it. I know.
Okay, final thing we've got to put a little closure on is to the little Frenchman, Pascal.
Oh,
Okay, I have to. You were a little sad that Pascal threw in the hat and left, but I've got a different analysis.
Okay.
You were annoyed at the little Frenchman. Like, who are you to walk away from me? Are you kidding me? I don't think so.
That's so funny you're saying that, because I remember talking to Jesse, who had been a bachelor. Now he's a host, but he was a bachelor at one time. And I said, Jesse, I go, do I sound like an idiot? That I said I thought they were all like they were supposed to fall in love with me, and then I get to make the choice in the long run. I'm like, and they're not all falling in love with me. He's like, yeah. He's like, on my season, same thing happened. Somebody self-eliminated. He was like, but like, I'm Jesse Palmer. Like, you're self-eliminating. So I did have that little feeling like that it would be hard for me. Obviously, I can't fall in love with 24 men, but like, I'm the only girl there. I'm your only choice. And I thought they were all supposed to fall in love with me. So I was a little like shocked when it didn't happen.
No, the Frenchman, you know what he wants. He wants to be hosting in the hot tub with 25 new ones.
Well, if he can do it, he should go for it.
Right? I mean, not since Juan Pablo has the Bachelor seen
You are
such
right. Yeah, he set the bar.
I think
on
they
Pablo.
go for it. I say put Pascal in there. Let's see if there's anyone that can tame Pascal. Who?
Yeah, I wish him the best. I hope he gets what he's looking for.
He is the Pepe Le Pew. They will cancel him like they canceled
I
Pepe.
hope that ends up being the soundbite today.
You guys, Big Guy, JoJo, Vava, fantastic. So happy for the both of you.
Thank you.
Very good to meet you.
Yeah. thank you for
What did I say when you were on? You visited me on set.
You
not
said
long ago.
you
I
were
said
100%. It was him.
100%.
100% you were.
100%.
You were trying to get me to spill the beans. I didn't do it. But
No.
you were right.
But I did say to you, okay, if you're not going to spill the beans, is there someone you're thinking about right now and you spend a lot of your time in the day thinking
Texting,
about?
right, yeah.
You said there is.
Yeah.
And
You said,
there
did you send a text to somebody right before you walked out here? And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I did.
Again,
I knew who it was. You just weren't allowed
I
to
just couldn't.
confirm.
Well, we had that. We're good.
again, I'm a
You
very
are-
lucky man.
You are a lucky man, and you are a cute couple. Thank you,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you so much.